I'm Ashley, and I usually travel with my husband Christian. But every year, my dad and I take a trip together. We decided to head to Switzerland and Italy this time, places we've been before but keep coming back to. I am so excited to share some new to us spots as well as some old favorites. We started our day out by driving along some mountain passes. The main one we drove on was Tremola Pass, which is from the 1800s. Now we have gotten onto the Gelmerbahn, which is known as the Swiss roller coaster because we go straight up this mountain. We are headed up at a 106-degree angle. This is a straight drop down. My camera is basically just hanging off of this right now. We're like straight up in the air right now. I'm gonna give that one a reconsider if you are afraid of heights, because usually I'm somebody who's like, oh, you'll be fine, just go ahead and do it. But I have to admit, if you were afraid of heights at all, especially sitting in the front, I feel like that would just be terrifying, because when you hit that really steep grade, you can feel yourself kind of leaning forward, like with gravity. It was 32 franc per person. There's no discounts on this, like no half fare card or anything. I mean, it's just like a little roller coaster. You're just straight up in the air. Gelmerbahn leads up to Gelmersee. This lake up here with the surrounding mountain area, this is the most reminded of Patagonia I've ever been. It's a really cool area. Honestly, it feels way more industrial than usual in Switzerland because they have this dam here. This is what the Gelmerbahn leads up to. There's usually a restaurant open, I believe, but it's not open today. This area just feels so different than the rest of Switzerland that we've seen because it's not very lush and green. It's a lot of gray rocks, and the mountains aren't covered in grass like they usually are. We have like 45 minutes to walk around up here, which is plenty enough just to kind of walk halfway around the lake and then back. We got back on and my dad bailed out. He can't sit in the front, he can't hang up here. Like I said, if you're afraid of heights, this might be pushing it a little bit too much because it's steep. Right across from Gelmerbahn is this bridge that reminds me of like the bridge from Shrek or something, but you can just walk across this suspension bridge that goes across the valley. It's so cool looking. We are currently hightailing it back to our car. Right now, the Brienz Rothorn near Interlaken is clear looking on the webcam. Today was supposed to be like thunderstorms and rain, and so we're like, okay, if we got lucky here, maybe we'll get lucky there. But the train we want to be on leaves in like 50 minutes and we are a 37-minute drive away. We made it. We are here in Brienz. It only took like 30 minutes to drive here. was 47 franc each for return. Now without the half fare card, that means it's 94 franc. So it's definitely not a cheap one at all. Oh gosh, I'm not going to get to see anything again. Kind of came up above the cloud deck and opened up, and we can see all these mountain peaks poking through the clouds and the lake down below. I think we go up 2,300 meters or so, so we're pretty far up there.
Very good.
This behind me is the amazing view you get from the top of the Brienz Rothorn. The clouds have really cleared away back here. We have a great view of the lake, these mountains back here. This is definitely one of the more expensive options that we have done, considering it's still 47 with half fare card. But honestly, you're pretty dang high up above Brienz. Like, we're 7,500 feet above sea level right now. You get some really beautiful views up here, especially when the clouds roll away. Really great view of the water up here. The glacier watercolor in this region of Switzerland specifically is just fake. Like, it looks totally fake. It's so teal, like neon teal, that it really pops even with the cloud cover. Even though it's expensive, I think this one might be worth the price. Get that half fare card. You're definitely gonna get your money back. Totally worth it. Way down, the sun has come out. We ended up with a beautiful day between Gelmerbahn and this, so we got really lucky. But it's about 6 o'clock now, and we're staying in Grindelwald for the next almost week or so. So we are going to head that way. We got to stop at the co-op first to get some groceries for dinner. That cog railway has been running since 1892. They're using the original engine still. It runs on water. They refill the water halfway up, and it just blows off that steam the entire way up. I wanted to talk about the parking situation here because, just to warn you, it's these little machines. This is how you pay to park in most of the public parking lots, but make sure you have coins. So we had to go get change and almost missed our train up. You just insert your coins, put in your license plate number or the parking stall that you're in, and then you're good to park. You get a ticket, put it in your window, but just keep that in mind that you coming to Jungfrau, if you have a car, have some change.